Have you ever felt that deep, uncomfortable knot in your chest when you look at someone else's life or relationships? Maybe it's when a close friend gets the promotion you've been chasing for years, or when your partner laughs a little too much at someone else's joke. That sensation, a mix of longing, fear, and sometimes anger, can feel overwhelming. It's easy to dismiss it as jealousy or envy, but have you ever paused to wonder which one it really is and why that distinction matters? Let's uncover the hidden difference that most of us miss. Jealousy and envy are often used interchangeably, yet they are distinct emotions with very different roots and outcomes. Jealousy is the fear of losing something you already have, a relationship, a status, a cherished connection. It's the instinct to protect what's yours. Envy, on the other hand, is the pain of wanting something you don't possess, a job, a lifestyle, an achievement that belongs to someone else. Picture this. You're in a relationship and you notice your partner spending time with someone new. You feel threatened, worried that you might lose their affection or attention. That's jealousy. But if you see your neighbor pull up in a sparkling new car and you wish it was yours, that's envy. Both emotions can eat away at your peace of mind, but they manifest differently in your behavior and thoughts. Consider the story of Anna, a woman whose life changed because of jealousy. She and her best friend Claire were inseparable, sharing secrets, adventures, and laughter. Their bond felt unbreakable. But as time passed, Claire found new friends and started exploring different interests. Anna felt a growing distance. It wasn't that she wanted Claire's new friends or her new social life. It was the fear of losing her special place in Claire's heart. This fear, this jealousy, made Anna withdraw. She stopped calling, declined invitations, and built walls to protect herself from the pain of losing Claire. Yet in doing so, she inadvertently pushed Claire further away. The friendship she treasured slipped through her fingers, not because Claire left, but because jealousy drove Anna to isolate herself. Jealousy, left unchecked, can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, causing us to sabotage the very relationships we cherish most. Now let's shift to envy. And meet Mark. Mark was diligent at work, always striving for recognition and growth. Yet no matter how hard he tried, his colleague David seemed to outpace him, getting promotions, buying a new house, living a life Mark desperately wanted. David wasn't taking anything away from Mark, but Mark couldn't help but compare himself, feeling a deep, gnawing envy. Over time, this envy turned into resentment. Mark stopped celebrating the successes of others, and scrolling through social media, he found himself angry at the happiness of people he barely knew. One evening, his young son proudly showed him a drawing, hoping for praise. But Mark barely looked up. His mind was trapped, blinded by envy. In his longing for someone else's life, Mark failed to see the blessings right in front of him: his family, his achievements, his potential. Envy, if allowed to fester, can blind us to our own gifts and rob us of joy. Why do jealousy and envy hurt us so deeply? At their core, both stem from fear and insecurity. Jealousy whispers, "You might lose what you love," while envy hisses, "You will never have what they have." Both messages are lies. The truth is, what's meant for you cannot be stolen, and your worth isn't measured against someone else's achievements. When we believe these lies, we begin to act in ways that undermine our happiness and relationships. But what if you could transform these feelings into something positive? When you feel jealous, instead of trying to control or withdraw, practice gratitude and trust. Focus on the moments you share with the person you care about and nurture that connection. Love grows stronger when it's based on trust, not fear. When you feel envy, use it as inspiration. Instead of asking, "Why them?" ask, "What can I learn from them?" If someone else has achieved something you desire, let their success show you what's possible. Let it fuel your own growth, rather than bitterness. Let's return to Anna and Mark and see how their stories could change. Anna realized that her jealousy was pushing Claire away, so she reached out and admitted her fears. That moment of honesty rebuilt their friendship, stronger than before. Claire understood Anna's vulnerability. and they found a new way to support each other. Mark, too, had a turning point. One day, he put down his phone and decided to focus on his own goals, his family, and his happiness. He realized that David's success didn't diminish his own potential. Slowly, Mark began to appreciate the unique blessings in his life, finding fulfillment not in comparison, but in gratitude. This is the power of self-awareness and transformation. When we stop living in jealousy and envy, we start living in freedom. We stop poisoning our relationships and our joy and begin to build a life based on gratitude, trust, and growth. So, ask yourself today, am I jealous of losing something I love, or am I envious of what others have? And more importantly, what will I do with that feeling? Will I let it rob me of peace and connection, or will I let it guide me toward a deeper appreciation of what I have and inspire me to reach for what I want? Jealousy and envy are natural human emotions, but they don't have to define us. They can be signals, warnings that something needs attention inside us. But if we respond with self-awareness, honesty, and a willingness to grow, we can turn those painful emotions into powerful lessons. Gratitude and inspiration build our lives, our relationships, and our happiness. Jealousy and envy only steal. Your life deserves to be built, not broken. Embrace your blessings, celebrate your own and others' successes, and let go of the fears that hold you back. In the end, the freedom to love, grow, and live fully is yours to claim.